He's Stonebraker and he does stuff, yeah. Feel the hum of the wheels out there. Not perfect, but he dares to dream. Hit that subscribe, make that bell scream.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Stonebraker does stuff, and I've promised a new bike. You guys just got a glimpse of it. This is the Vic Trip Titan S20 by 4 tires. It is a folding e-bike. You guys saw the folding mechanism. It's right there. So the good thing about this bike is if you're looking for a long range battery, this thing has a 60 amp hour battery. So 48 volt, 60 amp hour battery. This bike also comes with a 1,000 watt motor that peaks at 1,500 watts, top speed 30 miles an hour, give or take. You know, if you weigh a little more, maybe a little less. Maybe if you weigh a little less, maybe you get a little more. Victrip claims with the 60 amp hour battery that you can get up to 180 miles of range. Highly doubt that. Even in a best case scenario with a 11-pound rider, you're probably not going to get 180 miles. They claim you can get 120 miles with throttle only. Again, I doubt that, but I would not doubt you could probably get 100 miles the way that I ride. So let's talk a little bit more about the bike here. So I did mention, so it came with a seat that had a little pole in the back. You could pop it up, lift out the battery. I did try a different seat this time. I did try a blue end, and we'll talk about that on the ride. Didn't like the blue end. I didn't like the seat that came on it. It was really weird. So Cloud9, purchased that, put my mirrors on it as I always do. Got the Gub phone holder rocking and rolling. This screen I am very familiar with. It's been on several bikes I've had. Very easy to use. It does have P settings. One thing I really like about this bike, and I'll show you real quick, is you hit up and down to go into the P settings, and then as you go through the settings, I think it's 3. Yes. So pedal assist 1 through 5, you can actually go into each one and you can change the assist level. So right here, pedal assist 1 defaults to 20%. If you want more, you can increase it. If you want less, you can decrease it. So let's say we want to leave it alone, or bump it to 21, I guess. So we want to leave it alone. Pedal assist 2, 40% power. 3 is 65. I think I bumped that up a little bit. In fact, I think it's 60. Let's bump it to 6. Bump it down to 60. And then 4, I have it 85. I've bumped it up, and then 5 all the way. So love that. I love e-bikes where you can go in and customize each assist level. One of the things I was looking forward to that I didn't really mention is being able to go in and change stuff. So I like that. I do also like the light right there. Little blue pops up to indicate it. It does have turn signals, left, and a green light pops up. Right, both pop up. And then the horn, extremely loud, sounds like a moped or a scooter. It's got the giraffe stem style, pretty easy to put on. I do have it raised a little bit because I do like more of an upright ride than having to go up or down. And it is getting freaking windy. It's supposed to storm really bad, so I'm trying to get the video out as quick as I can for you guys. It's got 180 millimeter rotors, hydraulic disc brakes. It's got a dual-sided chain ring. You guys saw all this when I went over it. It's got the Shimano tourney derailleur with the protector. There's the cassette, 7-speed Shimano that you see on pretty much every bike. This bike is the first bike I've ever had that requires a key to be inputted, and you've got to turn it right. And it also, not the first bike I've had that requires this, but it requires a key in the battery. So without that, you can't run the battery. I guess it's a safety feature. It is what it is. Very used to this pad. This pad and that screen seem to come together on all kinds of bikes. So pretty standard folding bike. There's no rear suspension, unfortunately, and it's definitely, like I said, it's definitely a cadence. I've put my pedals that I like on it. Weighs about 100 pounds. Because it's a 60 amp hour battery, it comes with a 4.5 amp hour charger, 16 hours to charge the full battery. I think that's it, guys. I've spent a lot of time just talking about the bike. Let's get on a bike and ride it a little bit, and we'll talk about what I like 6 miles in and maybe what I don't like. All right, good time to start the video at 6:21 p.m. on a Thursday, March 26, 2026. It has been record highs today, and I am not kidding you when I say record highs. Mid 80s, and it's gonna be like 50 tomorrow, so enjoy it while we can get it. We're supposed to get some pretty crazy storms tonight. Baseball size hail. I could possibly die, and it's definitely cooled down just since I started riding a little bit ago. All right, so this is the Vic Trip Titan. Again, I'm officially 7 miles into it. I'm on pedal assist 1, which right now, I think it said it's at like 20% strength. So pedal assist 1 on this bike. It's a heavy bike, and you're definitely getting a little bit of a leg workout. I'm right at 8 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and bump it to level 2. Oh yeah, you guys hear that kick in right away. So we're gonna bump the gears up. Pedal assist 2, I'm in gear 5. Now you're getting more of the e-bike feel. 13 miles an hour. I need to get my Strava pulled up so we can compare everything here. This is not like a full review video, just a first impression here. I want to get this video out before the storm starts. And come on, Strava, filming a video, let's go. All right, so I haven't touched the wheel size or anything. And if Strava would, there we go. All right, so probably do need to adjust the wheel size a little bit. Speedometer on the bike says 13. Strava says 11.7, so maybe need to do a little bit of adjusting. But pedal assist 2, what? Let's say 12 miles an hour. And now we're gonna bump it up to 3. And now you're really shifting into a higher gear. So that's a big jump from 2 to 3. I'll probably lower this a little bit and probably raise pedal assist 1. 18 and a half Strava, 20 on the Vic Trip. So I'm ghost pedaling right now. Now if I go faster with my legs, which I am, I can definitely keep up with it. So, and then let's go to 4. Let's put it in gear 7, the highest gear. I don't really think there's a reason not to be in gear 7 on this bike, to be honest with you. So pedal assist 4. I think it's normally defaulted to 80%. I did bump it up to 85. So pedal assist 4, 28.6, 29 on the bike. Strava says 26. Now let's go to 5. Let's see what we can get here. I'll add a little bit of leg strength. So Strava's a little bit under 28, 30.7. We're kind of going uphill, so seems pretty accurate to what they would say. So hydraulic brakes, let's kind of test them out real quick. I'm gonna try not to die in 3, 2, 1. That squirrel's gonna try not to die too. Brake's not bad. Let's do that again. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, little skid mark back there. So brakes are pretty good on this. So when I first got this bike, I mentioned I bought a Blue Wind saddle because I'd heard a lot of good things about the Blue Wind saddles and did not like it. I'll put a picture of it somewhere up here. I just rode it like half a mile. I didn't like it. I put the original seat post back on it with the original seat. I'll put a picture of that too. I didn't like the angle. It was like pointed. It's really weird. So if I had rode it a lot, you know, miles and miles, maybe I would have got used to it. But I just said, screw it. And I got a Cloud 9. I just put the Cloud 9 on right before this ride. The Zoom suspension seat post I bought as well. I did kind of have to tighten it because that was way too bouncy, which is probably what most people want, but I tightened it and I feel like I found the perfect height. And when I first rode it last night, first thing I noticed is it feels like you're kind of crammed a little bit in the cockpit, like you're not reaching over a lot. And I think it's because, again, I didn't have like a really good position. I didn't have the saddle just right. I didn't have the handlebars raised just right. And now that I think I've done all that, like, I don't feel that I'm so crammed as much, you know what I mean? But that is something you'll definitely feel, at least your first couple miles. It does kind of feel like you're crammed in a little bit. This bike does come with a little back seat. You guys probably saw that when I was showing off the bike. You can pop the seat off. The seat comes off pretty easy. You can put a rack back there. Or if you adopt a squirrel that runs out in front of you and you take it home and tame it and teach it circus tricks, you can probably put a little squirrel cage back there. But yeah, you can buy pegs as well. It does not come with the pegs, but I do like that you can carry a passenger if you want. I'm gonna stay in town here. Hi. So you guys can look to the north there. You see that sky? It is about to blow up any moment now. Like I said, we were supposed to get threats of tornadoes and baseball-sized hail. So I'll believe it when I see it. But how quickly the weather's changed makes me think that it might be possible. And when I first got the bike, I do want to say this was the easiest bike to put together that I've ever had. Front tire was already attached. All I had to do was attach the stem, attach the handlebars, put on the pedals, which I didn't put on the pedals. I put my own pedals on, and then charge the battery. So, and it did come not fully charged, but the battery was charged enough that it did not take me the whole 16 hours to charge it. It probably took me 3 or 4. And I can only imagine how long this battery is going to last. The way I ride and my experience with e-bikes is I typically get just slightly over double what the amp hour is. So, you know, and I'm going between like 180, 181 and 178. Like I ate a bunch of candy the other night, so I'm probably like 396 pounds right now. See, here's a squirrel. We could take this guy home and train him too. You're all right, dude. You're all right, buddy. So I typically get just slightly over double. So at 60 amp hour, I do not have any hesitation to think that I would not be able to get 100 miles easy with the way I ride. I feel like I could probably get 80 to 90 miles just with throttle. And we'll get to that. I do have plans now that I've got this bike with this big battery, the Titan of batteries, you can say. There are places that I do want to try to ride that are pretty far away. So I expect some longer videos. That'll be a summer thing though. So yeah, expect longer videos. Just definitely opens up what I can do and things like that. Probably a lot of country rides out in the middle of nowhere, all that good stuff. So this bike, the red is a nice deep red. It actually kind of reminds me of a either like a fire truck, but more specifically, maybe this is just because I'm a out of shape dude and I instantly go to food. But if you've ever seen a Burger King commercial, you know when they do like those, they zoom in on the burgers, and obviously the burgers are like fake and they put shoe polish on them to make them look amazing. But you always see a tomato and it's a big, juicy, like dark red tomato that looks like it's been sprayed with water. That's what this collar reminds me of. So I like the collar for sure. But when they delivered it, lucky for me, I was on lunch at work, and I got an email. It's like, you know, hey, your package is delivered. I was like, that's pretty cool. I looked outside. I didn't see an e-bike. I'm like, okay, that's not cool. So I just thought, well, maybe they delivered it to the different apartment. So I went over and I looked at the other three, and by God, they had delivered it to C. So I was quick enough that I saw him pull out, so I got in my car and I found him down the road, and he was a dick. Like, I said, hey man, I said, you just delivered that e-bike to my address, and I'm D, the red apartment. And he says, what? It says, you're not C? I'm like, no man, I'm D, it doesn't say C. So he was like, gave me a really dirty look, and then he says, well, can you help me at least move it? I'm like, dude, I'm on my lunch break. I'm not your FedEx. It's not my job to to move your stuff. So he kind of squealed his tires, and I drove around, went back. By the time I got home, I saw he had moved it, but instead of moving it to my apartment, he moved it to the apartment over. So at this point, I'm like, this dude, man. So luckily, I know somebody that works at the local FedEx. So I called her. And while I was on the phone with her, he drove by and he's like, oh man, I guess I took it to the wrong place again. He says, do you want me to grab it? I was like, yeah, can you grab it? So he picked it up, and instead of bringing it to my porch, which is where every single delivery gets, he rolled it through the gravel, tossing and turning it according to my neighbor. He was just lifting it, and then, because it's so heavy, he couldn't do it himself. So yeah, and he just left it by my back door. My neighbor was like, hey, that e-bike you got delivered, was it damaged? Because I saw him just lifting it up and pushing it, and lifting and pushing it. And I was like, oh, that's nice to know. But luckily, there was no damage. And it was packaged really good. I'll give them credit. They packaged it great. I'll put another video or a picture right there. So yeah, super simple to put together. It took like 15 minutes. The longest part was just undoing everything. So that's another reason why I decided to go with this bike, just because I knew it was going to be super simple to put together. But I had watched enough videos on this bike. There's not a whole lot of videos on this bike, but I had watched a few and I kind of knew what to expect. So basically 12 miles into my Titan journey, this is what I can say about the bike. I would definitely recommend getting a new seat. I would definitely recommend customizing it to your specific height, the way you like to ride, and just riding it a little bit. There's a car behind me, probably gonna run me over. But I definitely think it's one of these bikes that I don't want to say it's, I think some of the parts, like for example, the front fork is very basic. It's a no-name fork and there's no adjustments. So it's nice that they've got a fork and it's there, but it's not really high quality. And you know, when you got a 60 amp hour battery, you've got to cheap out on some aspects to keep the price reasonable. And I'll talk about the price a little bit here as well. Hold up. I forgot to talk about the price. This bike is typically $14.99. It is currently on sale for a 5-year anniversary at $12.99. I actually had a $100 coupon. So this bike, which is typically $1,500 for a 60 amp hour battery, I got for $11.99. I compared this bike with the other bikes. With the coupons and the discounts, it was actually cheaper, a bigger battery, made my decision pretty easy to go with the Vic Trip. So just under $1,200 for a 60 amp hour battery. You can't beat that. All right, back to the video. It's definitely not an off-road beast. It does have knobby tires. They're not extremely crazy knobby, so I would probably recommend like very light off-roading, and suspension seat post is a must if you are gonna do any off-roading. Mine's a lot stiffer than probably most people. A lot of people like to have the up and down. I tightened it and it feels fine for me. It's definitely working, but the fork is very basic. You gotta watch out when you turn a little bit, because I've noticed a few times when I've been turning left or right, the pedal will almost hit the ground. I don't think that's a Vic Trip issue. I think that's just a type of bike issue. So just kind of keep an eye on that. And then, you know, just if you're okay with having a key dangling, you get 2 sets of keys. You get a front key, which comes with 2, and then you get a key for the battery, which comes with 2. And I had to take one of the keys off based on the fact that it was just banging and it was really loud and it was super annoying. So I got rid of that. Hi. So yeah, I kind of feel like, I mean, I've got it to where I want it. Definitely suggest a better seat. Maybe a suspension seat post. You know, don't expect the most quiet bike. It is loud. Every now and then I can hear a little metallic noise of the 180 millimeter rotors, but it's 13 miles into existence, so the brakes still got to be worked with. They're not squeaky, which is good. Fenders seem to do their job pretty good. The tires, I didn't see if they're a name brand. I think they're just a no-name brand, but I mean, 20x4 tire, you're gonna pretty much know what you're getting there. And the 7-speed Shimano seems to shift really good. Like I mentioned, I don't really see a reason, unless you're trying to go up a hill in a low pedal assist, why you just wouldn't leave this in gear 7 all the time. So just my thoughts. It says it's 100 Newton meters of torque. I don't necessarily know if I believe that. It is torquey, but to me it like feels like it's like 80. Now the Haybike Ranger S that I had, it was 90 Newton meters of torque, and I feel like this is a little less torquey, but it's definitely got some torque. So you factor in the torque it does have with the long range battery. This bike would be perfect for someone looking to do DoorDash, Uber Eats, take old ladies to bingo night, things like that. I could see this being a very popular bike for things like that, or very popular bike for a middle-aged dude like myself that just wants to get out and ride a little bit. And when I say ride a little bit, 60 amp hour battery. It's going to be more than a little bit. Look at that cloud. It is getting dark. But I'll go ahead and get this edited probably tonight. I've got tomorrow off of work, so look at people out cloud watching already. I've got tomorrow off of work, so this will be uploaded tomorrow. If you guys have any questions about the bike, or, you know, I know this isn't the most in-depth review, kind of all over the place, but I told myself it was 85 degrees outside. I'm off of work. I'm gonna get a ride in before the storm starts, and we're fulfilling that. So my thoughts after 14 miles, I like it. You know, I'm very quick to judge a bike from the first time I sit on it, and I'm trying to do better, and I planned on making my initial ride. Let's see if we can turn the headlight on. Is it on? Let's see. Oh, it's on. Yeah, I'll have to adjust the headlight. It looks like it's pointed a little too high. But I'd planned on making the initial ride just standard. The default seat, default pose, default pedals, you know, but I just couldn't do it. I'm like, let me get everything. So I got everything I always buy. The bike is fully complete. Now I have another Cloud 9 coming tomorrow, and I did have a company reach out to me about sending me a new e-bike. So I may have a bike unplanned coming probably in the next few weeks, but we'll talk more about that on the next video. And let's take a left here, and it is so dark. It's as dark as my black heart. Oh yeah, it's windy too, so. We are into the wind. Let me put it in pedal assist 5, throttle. Yeah, like this bike, it should be getting up to like 28 and it's struggling with this wind. Oh man. Oh man. We might be getting that twister right now. Oh my God. Oh, and it just got freezing cold out. All right, guys, I think I'm in the middle of a tornado. This is Stonebraker does stuff. Always, I'm in a battle with some e-biker from Florida that doesn't know me. I think I'm gonna die. Oh, that already fell over. So if you like the content or you like the thought of me risking my life and a possible tornado to get this video out, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one if there is a next one. I don't know, there might not be a next one.